Now, just 6 years ago, India had launched a bet: pay manufacturers to make things here instead of importing them. Now, today, the government has put a number on how much that bet has paid off. Honestly, that one number which I feel we can never fathom is the liking, sharing, and subscribing number, which keeps on growing. And if you keep doing it, yes, just like that, it truly motivates us on front page. Thank you so much for your kind support. And now, the centre had announced that production-linked incentive schemes have resulted in actual investment of over 2.4 lakh crore rupees and employment generation of over 14.15 lakh jobs, direct and indirect, by the way. And here's the number that actually puts the entire scheme in perspective. Cumulative exports under PLI sectors have crossed 15.2 lakh crore rupees since its inception. As of March 2024, that export figure stood at 4 lakh crore rupees. It nearly quadrupled in just 2 years. Now, of course, if we start to look at the sector which is carrying most of the weight and doing most of the heavy lifting, large-scale electronics manufacturing. Yes, mobile phone production, which has increased roughly 2.4 times since, by the way, the scheme launched. Now, mobile phone imports have declined by about 77%, and today approximately 99.2% of mobile phones used in India are manufactured domestically. That's honestly not an incremental progress. It's a near complete reversal of where India's phone supply chain stood before the PLI scheme. Now, here's a sector that actually gets less attention but has moved just as significantly. The pharmaceuticals PLI scheme has recorded cumulative sales of over 3.64 lakh crore rupees. It has enabled domestic manufacture of 1,931 pharmaceutical products, including 191 bulk drugs manufactured in India for the first time ever. And in bulk drugs specifically, India has established manufacturing capacity of roughly 55,000 metric tons across 26 critical active pharmaceutical ingredients. That's actually reducing import dependence for medicines like paracetamol, levofloxacin, sorry about that, and norfloxacin. Drugs India was previously importing the wrong ingredients for. And of course, now this is increasingly being made from scratch, which is actually quite brilliant because it is being done all domestically. And the scheme's reach extends further. In telecom and networking products, PLI has supported the development of indigenous 4G technology and domestic manufacturing capability for 5G telecom equipment, strengthening India's entire telecom manufacturing ecosystem. Now, the medical devices PLI scheme has facilitated domestic manufacturing as well of advanced medical equipment India previously had to import. And now, of course, here's a number that actually underlines just how fast local manufacturing capacity can scale if everything comes together perfectly. Compressor manufacturing capacity for air conditioners specifically has grown from 1 million units in 2021 to 10 million units in 2025-26, a tenfold increase in under just 5 years. And localization of key components like PCBAs and cross-flow fans has honestly improved substantially, leading to, as you would have guessed it, domestic manufacturing of several critical air conditioner components that were almost, by the way, entirely imported not so long ago. So, what's the actual takeaway from all of these numbers which have been stacked together? The government frames this as reflecting India's growing integration with global value chains, not just import substitution, which I think is a huge distinction. Genuine export capability built through direct government incentive, electronics, pharmaceuticals, telecom, medical devices, and white goods. Now, 5 very different industries, all showing the same underlying pattern: capacity building domestically, then scaling toward export markets. And now, of course, we are scaling toward the front page take. This, I believe, is India's industrial policy graduating from ambition to evidence, not just a forecast for, let's say, the year 2035 or beyond. This is actual investment, actual jobs and actual exports which are already delivered and will continue to deliver. But of course, there is also a question that I have for you in this. Can India's newer schemes, Semicon 2.0, the mobile phone manufacturing scheme and others replicate PLI's track record? Or does execution risk grow as the ambitions start to get bigger and bigger? Please do let us know what are your thoughts in the comments below. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by the IIM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.